You got a PowerPoint?
No.
Oh.
No, I don't have PowerPoint on my laptop. I can't buy it.
I don't really have a laptop
Why
anymore.
have you plugged your laptop in?
Because it's got pictures.
We've got a lot of pictures to describe.
Picture.
Don't film me. No.
Okay.
I'm zooming into your face as we speak.
Huge.
Tiny
Hey, so
little feet.
welcome over here. Not most of you guys, but some over here to the Fursuiting panel. I am.
Take my wheel.
I am Charlotte, also known as Kristen Deity, also known as Sora1992, probably known as loads of other things, and this is
Laura, also known as Furuku. And Furuku.
and Fursuit.
Get
the fuck out!
Get out!
The she can stay in.
Okay.
Only she needs water.
I can do that.
Yes!
Yeah.
Alright.
The only member.
Just water.
Give us drinks, she's allowed to.
I'm the only member of Furuku Costumes, which is now an official.
By herself.
And maybe mum.
I'm an apprentice when I'm down there.
Yeah. we can do that.
So, a bit about ourselves. I've been like interested in fursuiting for about 3-4 years maybe? Ish? Maybe? I can't even remember the first time I actually ever got into it, but I mean, I owned my first fursuit at October Expo 2000 and maybe 2009, I don't know. And it was for my Halloween Syax costume, and then I got more, and now I have an army. And, oh my god, yes!
Better one than be for me.
Yeah, and you can do your fursuiting intro.
I've been. I've never classed myself as a furry. I always made costumes. I was cosplaying before, and then about 3 years ago, I made my first one, which was Red 13. I was like,
Which I now own.
Because I only like one anime, and then like shit tons of video games. So it was like, oh, I like Final Fantasy 7. Let's make Red 13 because I can. Did that, and then I was like, wait, this is quite addicting, and it was like really, really fun to make these. I was like, right. I looked at it. I was like, I need to get better. I need to get better. So I've now made. I can't remember. Was it 7 or 8 of them now?
What costume?
Yeah, but things are going well. My business is up. Taking commissions maybe later and stuff. I don't know what to say about myself. I'm pretty simple, really.
She's basically gained what some fursuits have taken years to accomplish within the space of a year.
But it's all down to honestly practice. Honestly, like looking at the internet, going, I can't find the references on it. Yes, you can. I spent a month preparing to make Red 13, and it was my first suit. You can do it. Seriously, I made this in 6 days. You can. You guys.
We
can
made
do
both
it.
of these suits. I mean,
That was like 6 or 7. That was like 6 or 7.
Yeah.
Together.
So basically 2 suits in 2 weeks.
Yeah. That was my challenge.
Challenge. That was the challenge. That was set. I mean, you look at these now and think, I'll never be able to make something like this. But
Yes, you will.
it's seriously, it's practice, experimenting.
Yeah. Experimenting is a big thing. Challenging yourself is a big thing for this. You really have to push your boundaries.
Yeah, but as you can see from these two here, and Deacon, who is beautifully sat over there. These three were all made by this lovely young lady here. But I'm not going to say my comment on that one.
Really?
I mean, no, because I mean, I've made like fursuit stuff before, heads, but I don't show them to anyone.
You'll all have seen, I don't know if you've all have seen the difference between a 2D head and a realistic head.
Yeah, there's not any toony heads. Is there?
No, there isn't.
I did bring Jay with me.
There isn't
so.
any 2D head. I mean,
wait, I have a picture of Jay on my laptop.
Okay. The difference between 2D heads is that they're all more rounded and exciting and like the animated, well not cartoony eyes and things. I don't know, I don't make 2D suits, it's not my thing. It creeped me out a little bit. But yeah, I did the realistic side, and I think a lot of 2D suits can be really cute.
There's my 2D suit. I didn't make this. This was a commission as well.
The over-exaggerated shapes.
Big nose.
Block colours are quite an important thing as well.
Yeah, I mean it's really simple when you say it like that. You can tell the difference between a suit like that and a suit like these. These are obviously more realistic suits. They scare people more, but
a little bit more.
But I mean, it's just different people's tastes. I mean, some people I know fucking hate realistic suits,
Yeah.
and then you get you who hates toony suits,
I hate.
but you don't like.
Some of them creep me out a little.
Yeah. But I mean, it's just all to taste. I mean, my personal opinion, realistic suits are more, not so much complicated, but they take a lot more time because you have to get like the shape of the nose, the shape of the nose, the shape of the head. We won't go into too much about that because we'll do that in a while.
Yeah, resin versus foam work.
Yeah. Alright, so first of all, actually, we'll get straight into it. Let's start on the easy stuff.
What's the easy stuff?
Feet, bodies, tails.
Bodies.
Okay, let's see bodies
Right,
for a minute.
hands. If I had like a board marker, my life would be made.
No.
Right.
Do you have any pictures in the thing of it?
I don't have the pattern, but the pattern is
Do you have
obviously.
any in here?
I don't know.
No. Alright.
I can't even turn them inside out because I've got a massive pattern. My paws aren't anything special. I mean, paws don't need to be. You trace around you can like spread your fingers as wide as you possibly can, which ensures the glove doesn't overstretch. You place your hand down on some paper, draw around it, and then you've got like a simple, like a really slimline glove pattern. Obviously, because of the fur direction, this will be going up and your thumb will be going that way. So don't just go, oh, that's like a pattern already. Separate the thumb and you've got your pattern. Now if you want it, we have
Where's
these.
mine? Where's mine?
Mine are all black, yours will describe it better. Have you got them?
Yeah.
These are my knobby style paws because obviously like animals have really short paws.
Paws, fingers.
So I took the hand and I obviously drew my pattern but stopped here on each finger and connected that a little bit. So we have some really knobby paws combined with really chunky paw pads makes for really animalistic paws.
Yeah.
See,
I feel like it stops.
so we haven't got like fingers going on. We've got something more feral, which I'm for.
Before we also as well go into anything, when making a fursuit, patterns, as I found out, are the most helpful thing in the whole entire world.
Especially with your bodysuits.
Especially with bodysuits, especially with everything. They are the most useful thing. Don't make the mistake that I did. Got a fursuit head. Let's cut out strips of fur and just glue it on. But it's patterns are the most simplest. They're simple and they're most helpful.
So the hands are fairly easy, because it only requires sewing. You don't require any foam or anything unless you want to really pad them out because you've got, say, a massive fursuit. I think Red 13's hands were really padded, and I could hardly move in them. With these, I can pick up like pens, but not like Skittles. I tried Skittles. Can't pick up a Skittle.
Still going on hands for a minute.
Paw pads.
Oh, you can do paw pads.
Right, paw pads. I cast mine in latex. I'm getting around to silicone because some people have like we had this big argument about latex allergies. I have not met someone yet who's had a reaction to my latex pads.
But people do have latex
latex
allergies.
reactions, but you touch like balloons and things. I don't think it's a problem personally. I really don't. But to make latex paw pads, you get some sort of sulfur-free wax. You obviously get like a flat surface, mould all your pads, make a wall so that when you pour your plaster in, it doesn't like over the wall. And obviously just pour your plaster out and pour your latex in your moulds. That's about it. I think it's more cost-effective to make than to be sewing fleece pad. Like, I can't imagine like, stuffing and sewing every single pad and then sewing them back onto the glove.
Most toonie suits will go for the more cute, cuddly look. So you usually
probably
find
get
toonie suits, you will find that their paw pads are made out of fleece or just some sort of soft fabric. I mean, I've seen some people that just do it out of just normal pink kind of fabric.
Pink felt and don't like draw them on or cut out a piece of felt, stick it on. That looks great. No, it doesn't look great.
No.
Take some time to, I don't know, shape them, stuff them. Carve foam and then lay felt over the top. Get creative with it. See how I love puffy paw. I love puffy paws. See if you can get creative with that.
Yeah. Another thing, right? Claws. You have a bag of claws here.
A bag of claws.
I want to explain about claws.
Go do it.
I'll do it. Right. So see on here, not so much the colour because I mean, colour's the same with any other costume. You can have whatever the hell you want. The main difference between these ones is that these are quite plastic claws. I don't know if you mind passing these around.
No, as long as I get them back.
Yeah.
Then
So you can see around if you wanted to pass these or just one of these around. Those are the plastic claws. Now, plastic claws are kind of hard to, unless you have the talent to make them, plastic claws are quite hard to make. So those ones in particular, those ones are bought from Yasha, aren't they? Laura.
But yeah, these are from monogasha.com.
Yeah.
I'm getting around to making mine, but to be fair, for $1 a claw, you can't go wrong.
I
They're
mean,
very nice.
plastic claws are so durable as well, and things like that. And I don't know what Deacon's got on hers. He just got.
Female.
Yeah.
Which
See,
is
that's.
massive.
This is Milliput. These claws that I made for mine are Milliput, which is this stuff here.
Yes, a 2-part epoxy clay.
You can buy them from most craft shops, things like that. They vary between £3 and £5, I think.
Yeah, 3, 5, sometimes 7. But
Yeah, but that's a bit
you're
more
gonna get it
expensive
between 3 and
places.
5.
I mean, they're not as durable as much, but they do the job. I mean, these will probably, within maybe a year or maybe depending on what I'm bloody doing with the suit, will probably break.
Milliput's definitely stronger than Fimo or Sculpey or anything like that.
Yeah.
Milliput is like a. It's an epoxy. It's quite tough.
Yeah.
And if you're going to make clay claws, just because you haven't got, I don't know, the money or anything to get your I lost my words. Resin claws, do it in epoxy. Because if you sand that, you can paint it to like fancy colours. I know people like fancy colour claws.
Fancy colours. I mean, like saying you can buy like loads. Sorry, I'll just do it. Right. So
Onto the
another.
feet.
Yeah.
I've got picture references.
Oh, you've got pictures.
I've got a small tutorial type thing.
Feet.
Right.
Right. So feet.
Feet.
Paws.
Oh my god.
So those are mine. Let's not look at the bottom of those feet actually.
Get one now.
For the minute.
This is my really simple, quick. If it loads, please load. It's my really simple. I did this as an experiment, and it worked out better than carving every individual toe and then sticking it on. Because obviously you've got a curve to your shoe, and if you carved like a toe shape, stick it on your shoe, the foam will just ping off at the front continuously. Because hot glue does not like to stick to rubber at all.
No. As we found out today.
Yeah, as we found out, it's not too friendly with rubber. So number one, we're extending the toe, but not by too much. I've had that problem with that foot there.
Which one? Yours.
These feet, I overextended the toes, so I had to bring them back in another inch because I kept flipping up on them.
Yeah, I mean, I've done that one when I made my first fursuit. I won't go into the whole kind of looking like digigrated legs and things yet.
Yeah.
But try, because I mean these, as you can see here, are all built on shoe bases. Some people don't build them on shoe bases, but this is the easiest way to do
Yeah,
it.
it is, because you have a nice solid base to work
And you know that it's going to fit.
Yeah.
But
It's as well.
don't extend the foam so far because they will just feel like clown shoes.
Yeah.
You will end up, no joke, walking around like this most of the time because
Yeah.
you can't walk properly in them.
And so, get your two, like, that's about ½ an inch thick foam, so like that. Two, and you're carving out, I've got an electric carving knife, you need one of these, it is the easiest thing to use, rather than scissoring it all the time, cutting your fingers so many times, just get an electric carving knife. Carve out the two like horseshoe bits, collapse them together with, fix them together with like hot glue, and then start carving away. This one here was like, I started carving out the toe shapes a little bit with the knife, just because I can like, quickly do it to see what shape I'm accumulating. This, I like the Digigo toes that have the two bumps in them, like the realistic toes. So I'm obviously going with that. Once you get to this sort of stage where you've got the general shape in mind, because it's really hard to get a general shape. You know what it looks like on 2D, but then it comes to like doing it, and you're like, oh dear God. So then you go into it with scissors, like just finely chop away. Make sure you get a good crease between the toes, because fur likes to take all your detailed carving and just wash it away.
Yeah, because you'll see on these ones, this is also when it comes down to, we'll talk about like furring heads, feet, everything like that later. But as you can see like here, obviously on both these, you can quite see the fine line that's in between each toe.
Yeah.